Hello and welcome to First Friday Lunch. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Today, we are going to talk about Preptober. If you do not know what Preptober is, it is the month before NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, which takes place in November. And throughout the month of October, people call it Preptober. So there are a lot of you author tubers out there right now that are doing Preptober on their boards and talking about how they're planning the novel that they're going to write. I'm just going to talk about the stuff that I need to get done before Nano so that I can write. So the very first thing that I need to get done is I need to finish Wind Resistant. This is my Fae series that I started where they have firemen or whatever. And this book is pretty much done and ready to give to my publisher, Book Boutiques. But I've got like 5,000 words. I have to write a love scene and I have to write a fight scene at the end. And then it's kind of done. So that's like the first thing I got to get done just so I can get that out and in the hopper. Just this last week, just this last week, I released 2 books. I compiled my Dealing with the Dead series, which is Drake's Desire, Beauty is a Beast, and Z and the Firewolf. I compiled those into the trilogy Dealing with the Dead. So that is available in print now on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So if you would care to get it in one of those locations, you can. And mostly I got it just so I could have the print editions compiled for things like ValleyCon, which is coming up next week in Fargo, North Dakota. So, and then the other thing I did is I released my short story, Chill of the Reaper, which was originally published in the Bizman's Seasons in the Dark anthology. So it's been about a year since we published that. So I went ahead and put that out. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll probably get a link to get it for free. And so that's kind of some stuff that I'm wrapping up so that I can get this writing done. So I have some business stuff to take care of for a couple of the writing groups that I'm in. But for the most part, I should be able to finish up some stuff and get it done. So first thing, finish Wind Resistant. Second thing I need to do is I need to find some beta readers for How to Marry a Major, which is my Regency, that I was going to try and publish it in October, but I thought that was probably too much of a push. I've got the cover art done. I've got it formatted. I'll be releasing it in audio, but probably not until late next year. I'll do that after I've done the print edition. So I've got that all lined up. And then the other thing that I have is I just got to find some beta readers. I have a couple proofers already for it. A couple people in Moorhead Friends writing group. And then my daughter said she would also go ahead and look it over since she reads that genre pretty heavily. So I've got to find some readers for that. And then I think that's going to probably have a February release. So, and now it used to be that you would want to release on like a Tuesday to try and make like US Today or the New York Times or whatever. So, but now I thought USA was defunct, but now it sounds like it might be back again. I don't know. So we'll find out about that. But anyway, so that's the thing is I want to get the beta readers lined up. So in case they catch anything that needs to be fixed, because my cover artist has done the cover flat for it, but it isn't like finalized because I'm tweaking the blurb and the pages might end up being longer or shorter. So I'll have to see how that plays out. But that's like my next, that'll be my next big release. So, and then I need to write more on the second series in that book before we get to November, which is How to Love a Lord. So I've got this alliteration in a lot of the titles. It's How to Marry a Major, How to Love a Lord will be the second book. And then I've got alliterations for the rest of them as well. So my big project which will probably make some of my readers happy, is that I am going to be working on Curse in the Caravan, which is my it's my steampunk. It's the third one in my Archangel Revolution series. That will obviously go to print with book boutiques because they've already got the first 2 books in the series. Whereas this Regency, I'm self-publishing. That's going to be through my press, Dutch Girl Press. So I think that those will probably work out pretty well. But it's been a while since I've been in this world. I should probably add things like reread the old books just so I know what happened in them. Although I did read Alchemist of Archangel relatively recently before I put it into print, just because I wanted to catch all the little things that might be wrong with it, like might have missed in the digital copy. So one of the things that I've started doing, and I did this with How to Marry a Major, is Sarah Cannon. I'll put her link below to her website because she's doing a lot of Preptober stuff, and I think she's going to do nano vlogs. I might do nano vlogs too this year. I haven't decided if that's something that people would find interesting or not, but to put them together in the evening really quick and then post them probably won't take very much for me. So people can see how I'm doing on Curse in the Caravan. My goal is to get most of that book written in the month of November, which will be about 50K. And if I can do that, then I'm going to be sitting pretty good to be able to finish up How to Love a Lord and be able to have pretty successful releases with these Regency series. So, yeah, that's kind of all I've got going on. Going into the new year, some stuff that I've been working on with my friend, Catherine Noon, the founder of Writers and Garden, is we're going to be doing some really fascinating and interesting stuff over there at Writers and Garden. I'll put the link to our pages below if you guys are interested, so you can keep up on that. But I think that's been pretty good for us. So, excuse me, I got a thing that popped up on this thing. You can probably tell I'm at a different location. I am pet sitting for the weekend, and then which is kind of nice because I've been able to get a lot of stuff done because these pets aren't quite so noisy as my pets. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my thing, and I would recommend that if you like my content, that you go ahead and like my page and subscribe, because as you may have noticed, normally I put invitations out all over the place. And I've not been doing that lately because I've been in different locations. I've been traveling, those sorts of things. I just came back from writing retreat with the Writers and Garden Founders Circle. And that was in Park City, Utah. And it was wonderful. It's a well-deserved break. I had a hell of a time getting down there though. Don't even get me started on Frontier Airlines. They suck. They suck. I think they flat out canceled one of my flights. So I had to make last minute arrangements to go someplace else and get picked up and driven across the state and blah, blah, blah. So I will not be flying them again out of Fargo. So perhaps they do better other places, but it was not a good experience. So being stuck at an airport, I don't recommend it. All right, so those are the things I have to work on. I got to finish Wind Resistant, which is my Fae Paranormal Fireman series. I have to find beta readers for How to Marry a Major. If you're interested in that, just message me. You can go onto my page and say, yes, I love to read Regency, and I'll put you on the list. And I need to do some more work on How to Love a Lord. That's about 50% done. And then hopefully 100% done, and I can start the editing process on that. And then my project nano is going to be Curse in the Caravan. So we're going to be going back to steampunk or gas lamp. So anyway, our next First Friday lunch is, let's see if I can get this thing come up there. Oh, really? It's a banner. Okay, hold on. We want to fix that. I don't want that. Edit that. No. There. Come on, come up. it won't let you do it unless you save. Well, that worked out. That timed out rather nicely for me. Okay, next First Friday lunch is going to be November 3rd at 11:30 a.m. So that's Central Standard Time. And if you miss it, it's okay. You can watch it right here on YouTube. So go ahead and pencil me in for lunch.